For the past few weeks, I've been listening to a song I've recorded here in my studio. The only problem is I keep making changes without coming to a conclusion. So in this video, I'll just explain you how I mix my songs and then come to, hopefully, a final conclusion. Without further ado, let's move right into the computer so I can show you what I'm talking about. If you like these wallpapers, I'll leave a link down below. It will be the first link in the description. What I like to do, even before making any changes, is to see what I'm dealing with, as in listening to each track individually. First, I'll listen to the whole thing, and then I'll listen to each track individually, so I know where I need to improve, or there might be something I'll need to adjust or simply remove. So with that being said, I'll play the whole track and then we'll solo each one by clicking on this S. I might need to just adjust this little setting here. So I just click on S and I'm soloing this track, meaning that I'll listen to only this track. So we'll listen to the whole thing first and see how that sounds. I'm not gonna lie, I've made some changes right before recording this video because I couldn't wait, but there are still a couple of things to do. So we'll just listen to the whole thing, even from the very beginning. There you go. To be honest, I don't mind having this part empty because the main thing will be the song. So technically I could, but I'm okay with it. So let's go.
Yeah. Mais sozinho, mais frio. Fico quieto e acham estranho. Falo pouco porque sei como julgam cada passo. Também não explico porquê. Já saiu o resultado. Eles ouvem metade, julgam tudo, então sigo calado.
Okay, so there might not be many things to do, but basically I've recorded this one first, then I recorded another one so I could add a delay. Instead of adding a delay to the track, it's better if I show you what I'm saying. Even though there's a delay in here, it's a very subtle one, so you might not even notice it. But then there's this one where you can notice it a little, maybe a bit too much even. But basically it adds some sort of an environment to the track. It isn't as dry as it would if I didn't had the track. So then we have some head libs and another some more ad libs, and that's basically it. I might have recorded the same part three times, and then some more ad libs. But as I said, I'll solo each track individually, so we'll see what I might need to add, to remove, or just to adjust. This one I've done already, so there's nothing else to change. It's the main vocal. In here, same thing. I've done most of the changes. I've adjusted most of this track. And the first thing I look for on each track is a breathing part, something you would notice right away. And we're not supposed to hear those breathing parts unless some artists, they don't mind leaving the breathing parts, honestly, and it's very personal to each person. But I'm not a big fan of having breathing parts unless it makes sense to the song. But I don't think the song would profit from having breathing parts, as I feel like it has to be as clean as possible. And that's what I'm intending to do with this song. So since these ad-libs are most of the track is dealt with, I might just add some fades or just shorten the track, but that's basically it. Even though the ad-libs are very subtle and you might not even hear any breathing parts, I still like to cut and fade them because subconsciously it still feels like it's cleaner than before doing these cuts, you know. So I still like to do it as so. It's honestly, this part is the boring part. To me, it's a bit boring because I'm just spotting imperfections on the song. Something I like to do as well is to, after these changes, I listen to the track with only the tracks I've made changements to and see if I could add something or not. Just to see where I am.
Também não explico porquê, já sei o resultado. Eles ouvem metade, julgam tudo, então sigo calado.
Okay, honestly, so far it does sound very good. I wasn't expecting the song to be sounding this good, and honestly, I might not add many more things. I'll still add the ad-libs that were there before. I'll just need to solo them and work with them. Maybe just spot some breathing parts, but apart from that, yeah, it's pretty solid. It's a pretty solid version I have right now. As for the effects, it's nothing too crazy, honestly. It's basically the same thing all over again. So there's an EQ, everything that goes below hundreds, yeah, we can't really hear it, and it sounds kind of, that's unnecessary noise, basically. And here, I just like to turn the volume a bit down, and then I'll just play with these 2 points when, until I'm happy with it. Then there's a delay, of course. This one is very small, just to add some ambience, if you will, to the track. Then there's a, what is it? A compressor, yeah, just to make the voice sound cleaner. And then the same thing all over again, with some adjustments to each track, depending on the type of the track. Meaning that for the main vocals, I might be a bit more aggressive, and then for the delay and the ad-libs, since it's more like an ambience to the song, again, I just play with it until I'm pretty happy with it, so nothing too crazy. And there are a couple of buzz tracks. I'm not going into much detail in here, but I can actually show you what I mean by that. So basically there's a track I record to, which is this one, the red one. It's always red. The other ones, I'm still finding a way to color code them correctly, which shouldn't be that hard, but I have a very specific way of recording and organizing my things, so it might take a while. But then all of those tracks that you're seeing here, they're all being routed to these 3 tracks. Yeah, so there's basically some effects on each one. For some reason I can't see it right now. Okay, there we go. So there's a compressor on each one. These ones are the first ones, meaning that firstly the tracks are being routed here, and this aux track is being routed to this one, and this audio track is being routed to this one, as you can show in here. So again, as I said, I'm not going into much detail on how this works, because I feel like it could be another video on its own. It could be a video on its own. So it works just fine with the default presets that are on the program itself, which is Pro Tools. But yeah, okay, right now that I've changed some tracks, as in the ad-libs, the ones that you can see. Wait, let me just close this window. So these ones in here, I might just need to regroup the ad-libs with the vocals, so there's some more cohesive organization in here on the project. But yeah, I'm just starting to play with these 3 tracks, and they basically are another repetition of what I've recorded in here. I'm still deciding if I should add them or not, but I don't think so. If I end up adding these tracks, I might need to re-record the whole thing and then add them as a bass so there's more presence to the main vocal without these ones interfering with the main one. I won't touch it anymore, at least for today, but yeah, I'll just, for example, I could clean these parts in here. Yeah, so it, honestly, they won't change much, even if something at all. It's just to myself, it's just for myself, so I know that, yeah, I'm just too perfectionist at this point. It won't make a difference because even if there's something, you won't notice at all. You won't notice it at all. So I just want the whole thing to feel cleaner and, yeah, as clean as possible, basically. But I think that's it. Yeah, honestly, I won't go any further than this. Yeah, usually I just clean the last parts of each track, meaning that I'll add a fade in and fade out to each track, just so if there's anything you won't notice. Yeah, and that's basically it. I could be here forever, but that's basically it. The process is quite simple to make a song. So first I record the song, I record vocals, different vocals, even usually more than I need, so I have enough room to play with the tracks while I'm mixing. Or maybe, let's say I recorded this track and I only liked this part, and then I recorded this track and I only liked this part, so I'll just put them together and then there you go, a track that you like. Then I proceed to spotting breathing parts, and then I might add some effects here and there, but once I'm happy with the song, that's basically it. I don't like to play around and add 30 effects and then it sounds way different from what I was expecting the song to be sounding. And once I'm happy, that's basically it. Once I'm happy with the song, I just stop there, export it, name it if I don't have a name for the song yet. And that's basically it. Then I'll just need to find a cover, which might be the case in here. I don't have a cover yet. I'll just need to find a cover, but that's something for the future. And I'll wrap up this video. Don't forget to leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel and follow me on Instagram for more.
Fico quieto e acham estranho. Falo pouco porque sei como julgam cada passo. Também não me explico porquê. Já saiu o resultado. Eles ouvem metade, julgam tudo, então sigo calado.